So hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to share my experience about what is engineering, what its function, what are different branches, and I will not talk about more details about very difficult subjects or in different way. So I will make it very simpler so that normal human being can also understand what is engineering. So before we proceed, so it is very burning question right nowadays that we hear a lot of things about engineers, lot of branches of engineering, but a lot of us having not know any clarity about the branches, the functionality of these engineering branches. So here for that clarity. I'm here to support you. I'm here to share my knowledge in a very simpler way so that uh, after watching this video, we'll be in a position to uh, explain what engineering, and you will be proudly say that how engineering is affecting your life and changing your way of living. So when you in before we proceed further, so I have taken example of basically uh, simple system. So mainly it is a day-to-day activity. So I have taken a very simple example like when we wake up in the morning. So as soon as we wake up, we go to the bathroom or washroom and we use flush the tap water. So but we never thought that there is a lot of thinking process has been applied in that process. So there also there are a lot of if you see that uh, those processes are basically are designed by engineers, the pressure, the flow and all. So that is the washroom, so the basic beginning thing, but we never cared about that these things are also engineered actually. If you go toward the kitchen, so in kitchen we see a lot of things. In kitchen we have gas cylinders, gas, gas stove, even refrigerator, oven, induction heater, and these all are engineered equipment. So without any engineering support, you cannot imagine any equipment, and you can assume, you can think that if these equipment are not available, then what kind of life we live here. So that is the second example I will say. And when you go towards, see towards the luxury part, so when you comes about the transporting from one place to another place, so whether you are using your personal vehicle or public transport or any rail or road, any means of medium. So when you think about any transport part, so there also these equipment, these system basically, these vehicles are designed by engineers basically, and without engineering we cannot imagine, basically we cannot imagine our life at all. So even when you're going outside world from one place to another place, so even that connectivity is provided by the engineers. So they construct roads, they construct good so that we can drive freely and we can reach to the places. So these are the examples where engineering is supporting us in our day-to-day life. So we have started from the washroom, then kitchen, then the transport, or then outside world. Now, if you move toward the office sector also, so in office also we are using monitor, computers, laptops, mobile phones, and air conditioners, coolers. Some people use coolers as well, HVAC, and you can see that if these equipments are not available, so what kind of life we will live. So our life is being controlled even in office, controlled, supported in very efficient way by these equipment. So we should thank engineering while we wake up to the to we go to the office. So in short example, I have set the agenda and to kindle your curiosity that you should know that what is engineering and how it is supporting us, and it is alongside, sleeping alongside us and just going with where we are going. So engineering is all the way we are going. So you cannot expect your life without engineering. So if you move further, we'll discuss about what is engineering. So what is engineering basically? So very good question, and there are a lot of. If you go to the Google, you'll see a lot of very complicated answers, and you will not be able to understand very bookish answer even I will say. So what is engineering? So engineering is nothing but uh, it is a bookish definition of what I'm going to tell you that no. Engineering is a branch of science and technology which is concerned with design, building, and use of engines. So if you see this definition, that this definition covers the part engines, but this definition is not relevant at this point of time because when this definition given, so it was only specific to the engines, to the machines. But right now, engineering has evolved at such extent that it has gone or developed at far, far above than the engines. It is now coming to the artificial intelligence, moving to the space technology. So this uh, definition of the engineering, I will not say it is not valid or right or wrong, but it is not relevant at this pre- period of time. So let's make it simpler so that it is very easy for us to understand and make others to understand that what is engineering and how it is supporting our life and life of at our planet and the environment as well. So if I say the simple definition, so simple definition will be like uh, engineering is all about making human life simple and beautiful. So that's the very simple and sweet example. I will say once again, engineering is all about making human life, our life, very simple and beautiful. So that is a very clear-cut example of engineering. So I hope that you will understand, you'll connect this definition with your day-to-day life, will experience it, perceive it, and uh, will be more curious towards your day-to-day activities, day-to-day systems, day-to-day equipments, and I hope that it will, increase your, curiosity and thirst as well. So that is the main purpose of making this video. So as you know that there are a lot of engineering has initially it was developed as a very single entity, and civil engineering is assumed to be the oldest branch of engineering, and right now the newest branch is called artificial intelligence. So in next we're going to discuss about what are the different branches of engineering. So in how many sectors engineering functions, because engineering is a very generic word right now, but right now there are a lot of branches, I will say a lot of disciplines of engineering which functions in each domain and each having very different functions on its own. So what are those functions, how they are related? So I will talk more about those things. So already conveyed that the civil is the oldest and the artificial intelligence is the newest. So, but in between there are a lot of engineering branches, and those branches are basically these are very few I have written here. Apart from there are a lot, but those are not you will not perceive even if I say, because there is no direct impact of those branches on your life. So textile industry, basically textile engineering has a very crucial role. Aerospace engineering, production engineering, even civil already spoken about it. Information technology, automation engineering, computer science engineering. Everybody is full aware about that. Mechanical engineering, electronics engineering. We cannot imagine our life without this engineering because it has miraculously changed our way of working. After that, instrumentation engineering, metallurgy engineering, robotics, and biomedical engineering, chemical engineering, marine engineering. These are very guys. So these are very small set of example which I have taken. Apart from that, there are a lot of other examples also which are available. So I will not going to talk on those. So I have picked up 10 to 11 branches of engineering, and I will discuss a very brief on those equipment, that what are those, how their functions, and how they are impacting our day-to-day life. So if you talk about when you see any bridge, any road, any good construction building, then whom do you remind? So let me tell you that all kind of construction, basically, whether it is rail or road or building construction or any kind of bridge, so that is constructed by our great engineers, and those are civil engineering branches. So it has, connected two cities which are bifurcated by the rivers, some place it by the sea. So bridging the gap, civil engineering is also a work to bridge the gap between two cities and two places. After this, when you see any stuff of engine, whether when you drive your bike or when you see spacecraft, so you see all sort of engine. So any kind of engine you can imagine of, whether the engine of bike or engine of your car or engine of your truck or engine of your bus or train or spacecraft or any aeroplane. So all the engines, basically, apart from engines there are a lot, but I am focusing on only on engines here. So all the engine part are being taken care by mechanical engineering branches, and there are a lot of scope of for the new engineers here. And nowadays we are using electronics in our day-to-day life. We use mobile phones, we use computers, we use our Kindle, we use our iPad. Everything in our home is electronic. Even washing machine, even oven, everything is fully electronics and automated. And all the hardware component is provided by the electronics, and the good studies done by the electronics engineering. So all the automation and the life has become more simpler by support and good help of this branch, which is called electronics engineering, guys. And now if you're talking about the power, so power is more important. And when I say power, so power is the sense of in the electrical sense. So you need power for your mobile phone, you need power for your uh, laptop, you need power for your AC, you need power for your, all the electronic or any electrical appliances you can think of. So each equipment need power for its operation, and that power is provided by that power as well as the electrical equipment. Both are provided by our engineering segment, that is called electrical engineering. Okay, so these are the four branches we say some we it's considered to be core branches here. So apart from that, every other branch support these branches directly or indirectly, so somehow. But these are considered to be the core branches or fundamental branches of the engineering. And one more to I just forgot to add this one. So this is when you think about any chemicals, lubes, or any chemicals you can imagine of fertilizer for our farmers, then this branch comes into the picture, and that branch is called chemical engineering, which is supporting our day-to-day life, our farmers, our cars or bikes as lubes and all. So this is also very much crucial here. And now you know that a lot of the distance between two planets has become very short right now, because of increased connectivity, and lot of goods movement is happening through the cargo movement, ship movement, basically crude, all type of container is being shipped from one continent to the another, one country to another country at a very low cost, because of design of these good shipping ships, good tankers, and good cargo handlers. And these stuff are being managed by our engineering segment, that is called marine engineering. So it supports all kind of engineering support, design, construct, and operate all kind of uh, system in marine atmosphere in the sea. That is called marine engineering. So that is on the water. Now, so this is very old one. Now, so we always wanted to fly, and when you think about flying, so when you talk from right now, so 100 years back, the flying was dream for everyone. Nobody has had imagined that man will fly one day, and the distance between two continents will be that short that it will take only 12 hours to go from New Delhi to USA. So that is very a big leap, a very great invention in our science and engineering. So all those kind of connectivity, whether it is people movement from one continent to one other continent, or from within the country in a very short interval of time, fast transportation of our goods and supplies. So that is possible only through aeronautical engineering. So this supports us in very uh, great extent. And man is becoming more human. The human nature of human is to become more ambitious, so more curious. So once we have conquered the earth, so we are trying to explore some different places, different planets, which is not on the earth mainly. And we are going to explore the other planets like Mars. We have in knowledge of deep curiosity of searching about Mars, what is there, about the moon, and we are placing satellites in the orbits of the Earth, which gives us information about all the geographical condition and weather forecast, and we can forecast any bad thing happening in the weather or any tsunami is coming. So all those things are placed in the satellite by the engineering branch, and that is called aerospace engineering, which is helping us in day-to-day life, providing. So even if when you think about your location services, any weather services, please remember that this engineering branch is supporting you. I hope that most of you have visited hospital and seen lot of instrumentation, whether it is magnetic resonance imaging or electroencephalogram or electromyogram or spirometer or any sort of delicate instrument or equipment you can think of, that is also designed, manufactured, and being operated by biomedical engineers for a good diagnostic purpose, and those diagnostic results helps doctor for quick identification and speedy recovery of any disease of the patient. So you can think that we have touched the human part as well here apart from the technical ability. So we have reached engineering has reached a very great extent, and that kind of support is provided by biomedical engineering. If you see this picture, so I hope that most of you are thinking about that what is this picture. So this picture is nothing but looks like some creature, some electronic or some mechanical creature having wheeled legs and doing some exploration. And you are right on that thing because it is called robot. When you see a robot, so a robot may be like this. So it is not humanoid robot, but it is robot because it can take our command, and based on that command, it can produce desired results. And right now we are sending robots for critical operations, any hazardous location, space we are sending robots, even on moon, on Mars, we are always trying to send a robot because they act on command, they act on logics and all, and that sort of support is provided by robotics. This is very good and emerging branch, and it will help our society, our engineering diaspora, and your humanity in great way in future. Now we have spoken a lot about civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and electronics engineering, marine engineering, aerospace engineering, biomedical instrumentation or engineering, marine engineering, robotics. But let me ask you one thing that without proper control, can these engineering or these instrument or these equipment or these machine can function properly? I think not because control is most important right now. Whether it needs the air air traffic control or even marine traffic control, even normal road traffic control. So every where you need a proper control system to control and monitor and take corrective action in case of any abnormal situation. And those kind of system is being designed, constructed and implemented by a set of engineers, and those are known as instrumentation engineer. So I hope that I was able to explain you in a very uh, detail, not in more detail, but in a very simpler way, so that you can relate with your day-to-day activity. And I hope that you like this video, and if you like more, then please comment in comment box and share this video with your friends, your colleagues, so that they will know more about and engineering, and they will quench their thirst of all this sector and will be more kindled about knowing those stuff. So now, first of all, I would like to thank you for your time and watching this video. So if you like this video, please subscribe as well, and let's learn while having fun. And if you need any kind of support, any other video, please write me as a comment. I will try to deliver those videos as well. Thank you very much. Yeah.